Okay, we're doing spiral dives. This time in a Cessna 152 that has the traditional round gauges. So interpretation of the information is a step more abstract than using the more modern visual representation that the Garmin 1000 offers. So with spiral dives, they don't often happen when you're flying in these conditions where you can see out the window, flying VFR rules. A spiral dive happens when it wanders banking left or right and you don't catch it in time. So the plane continues to roll until it starts diving. Both wings are flying, it's not stalled, but it's diving and turning towards the ground, and the airspeed rapidly increases, and you can very quickly get the airspeed up past the safe limit where you'll have structural damage, and it probably won't be survivable. So that has to be avoided. It's more likely going to happen when you're flying on instruments, when you can't see out the windshield and you're not interpreting the information that the dials represent quickly enough, and it gets ahead of you, and then it's too late. Now I have another video that I'll show which demonstrates how quickly that can happen, and it's based on an actual case that I was witness to. So with this one, we'll get started. So we're flying along level flight and cruising at about 90 knots. RPM's about 2400. I have it up a bit. Now this red line's up at about 150 knots. So with the spiral dive recovery, we'll pull the carb heat out. We want to make sure that we recover before the airspeed gets too high. So the procedure is recognize you're in a spiral dive, power off, level the wings, nose up to reduce airspeed until you return to normal cruise, and pull the power back on. So here we're intentionally doing a dive. So we're banking more and more. We're descending, airspeed's rapidly increasing, altitude's rapidly decreasing. So recover, power off, level wings, nose up. Once the airspeed's back to cruise airspeed, right about there, you can power up back to cruise RPM, and we're back to normal flight. So we didn't exceed the maximum speed, so no harm done. So let's try that again. Recognizing that you're in a spiral dive as soon as possible is critical. Easy to do when you can look out the windshield, more likely to happen on instruments, which we'll demonstrate next. So we'll initiate our bank, continue the bank, aggravate it a bit with a bit of left rudder just to make it happen quicker. All of a sudden the airspeed increases, altitude decreases, level the wings, power off, nose up, get the airspeed back down. So, and throttle back up. So the first thing is to remove the power, level the wings. So let's try it in IFR conditions. Exactly the same thing, however we can't look out the windshield. So recognizing that you're in a spiral by increasing airspeed, increasing bank angle, artificial horizon, rapid loss in altitude, power off, level the wings, see the artificial horizon, level the wings, power off, airspeed back to cruise, throttle up. Now all you've got to go on is the dials, the artificial horizon, the airspeed, and the altimeter. So get it back to level flight. So look for increasing airspeed, rapid decrease in altitude, and rapid increase in bank angle with the artificial horizon. Power off, level the wings, nose up. Let's try it again. So artificial horizon is turning. We're descending rapidly, airspeed increasing. Recognize it. Power off. Level the wings. Pull the nose up. So remember, spirals are not stalls. The wings are flying. You're just flying down, turning very rapidly. And back to level flight. Well, let's get rid of the clouds. And you can see, in fact, we are flying level flight.